Welcome viewers. My name is Ahsan Umar and I'm Director Operations Masood Textile Mills and Executive in Residence at SDSB-LUMS. And I'm looking after MS Supply Chain and Retail Management Programmer. And today's session is about challenges in the food and packaged food retail supply chain of Pakistan. We'll be talking about fresh products as well as packaged food products. Today, we have our guest. First of all, we have Dr. Mohammed Tayyab, Assistant Professor at SDSB-LUMS. Welcome, Dr. Saab, to the session.
Thank you.
And then we have Mr. Azfar Ali. He is Head of Supply Chain Operations and Expansion at Metro Cash and Carry, Pakistan. Welcome, Azfar Ali Saab, to this session.
Thank you, Ahsan.
So viewers, आज हम अपने esteemed guest से के introduction से start करेंगे. So सबसे पहले डॉक्टर तैयब, मैं चाहूँगा कि आप अपनी professional journey और academic career के हमसे share करें कि what has been your achievement.
So good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Mohammed Tayyab, a faculty member at LUMS and the co-program director for the MS in Supply Chain and Retail Management, Suleiman Daud School of Business, SDSB. So I completed my BSc in Textile Engineering from National Textile University, and then I spent 5 years serving the textile industry as Assistant Manager Operations in Interloop Limited, Faisalabad. Later, I pursued my PhD in Operations Management from Hanyang University, South Korea, and since then I have been serving as a faculty member in the Operations and Supply Chain Management at LUMS. So my research interests are in the supply chain disruption, supplier management, production management, among others. I'm passionate about the field of supply chain management, and I believe it is one of the most critical areas of any organization. And my journey to Suleiman Daud School of Business has been a result of my passion for supply chain management and my desire to contribute to the academic and professional development of future leaders in this field. And of course, SDSB is a renowned business school with a global network of change makers and thought leaders. And I'm proud to be part of this prestigious institution.
Thank you, Dr. Tayyab. आगे चल के आपसे और भी पूछेंगे आपकी achievements और आप सुलेमान दाऊद स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस में कैसे लेकर चल रहे हैं MS program को. Thank you very much, and it's an honor for us to have you in this panel today. Azfar Ali Saab, I will want that please introduce yourself, share your professional journey with us. और कैसे आपने इतनी सक्सेस अचीव की स्पेशली सप्लाई चेन के एरिया में we'll like to know that.
Okay, thank you, Ahsan. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum ji. I'm Azfar Ali. Actually, I'm MBA in supply chain, and also I complete my MBA from Lahore University of Management Sciences, LUMS, as well, 2021. So I am 26 years in the profession. So actually, I start my career from a local logistic and freight forwarding player, TAC Logistic, which was a pioneer in industry. And later on, I joined the DHL Global Forwarding as a business development manager as well. And 2016, I also joined Metro Cash and Carry Pakistan as a head of supply chain. And 2011, I was also as an international assignment. I was also head of supply chain Metro Japan as well. And 2015. I came back again Pakistan, and then I'm taking care of the you can say the sales, supply chain, and expansion. I'm part of the management team in Pakistan, and if you ask me the industry point of view, the success point of view, I think so. The lesson which I learned throughout my career, that you have to be all the time be open for a learning point of view. You should have enough flexibility and adaptability to learn the new things. And that's you keep on building your career, and then you can keep on going with your colleagues and with your profession as well.
Thank you, Azfar Saab. Thank you for your insights. Normally, हमें ये बताया जाता है कि जी बस आप 10th class में पढ़ लें, O levels में पढ़ लें, A levels में पढ़ लें, उसके बाद फिर जिंदगी बड़ी आसान है. So आप बिल्कुल उसके उलट बात कर रहे हैं कि जो मेहनत है वो सारी उम्र जारी रहेगी.
जी बिल्कुल, for sure जी.
अच्छा डॉक्टर तैयब, मैं आपके पास आऊंगा एंड आई विल आस्क यू कि हमें जरा आप एनलाइटन करें, हमारे व्यूअर्स को बताएं कि ये जो एमएस सप्लाई चेन एंड रिटेल मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम है, ये लम्स ने क्यों शुरू किया है? वी ऑलरेडी हैव एमबीए, देन वी हैव ईएमबीए, तो बीएसबी हम करवा रहे हैं बिजनेस में, डिफरेंट डिसिप्लिन्स. सो व्हाई एन एमएस इन सप्लाई चेन एंड रिटेल मैनेजमेंट?
Yeah. So thank you, Sasa, for the question. So actually, the MS in Supply Chain and Retail Management program at LUMS is designed to provide the students with a comprehensive understanding of the supply chain and retail management concepts and practices. And the core is that how the overall supply chain is actually integrated throughout the business units. That was the initial idea. And if we talk about the current business scenarios of Pakistan, so of course, the revenue streams are declining and we have to cut our costs. So the basic idea was that you have to revisit the linkages between different business units, how the material transfer, the inventory management sort of the things, and how the information is flowing throughout the business units. That should be actually optimized. So that was the basic idea. And of course, we have already seen that there is a growing need of the supply chain and retail management professionals in Pakistan and in the region as well. So that was the main idea that we started this program. So this is a 1.5-year program that requires the students to complete 33 credit hours. And we have divided the program into 4 modules where core business and specialization subjects, including end-to-end supply chain. And it's again the same thing, integration with other business units is considered. And then we have a standalone module for the field thesis, in which the students actually implement the taught concepts to solve the real world industry problems. And the nice thing regarding the program is that it is delivered in a blended learning format. No? So we have the classes scheduled on alternative weekends, and some block teaching sessions are considered as well. So the blending learning methodology ensures that students have access to the best possible learning experiences, combining the online and in-person teaching methods. And again, we have identified that what should be the ideal type of the candidate for this program. So we are very open to the fresh candidates as well as the working professionals. And we consider that the ideal candidate for the program can be a person who is whose background is in business, engineering, or some related field, and he is interested in pursuing a career in supply chain optimization or the retail management side. And he might be a fresh graduate. And again, it's suitable for individuals who are already working in their fields and are looking to enhance their knowledge and skills to advance their careers while staying at their offices as well. Yeah.
ये तो बड़ा जबरदस्त है डॉक्टर साहब. अगर कोई ऑलरेडी लोग हैं जो they are into supply chain discipline by virtue of choice or by virtue of their luck, and now they want to really make a serious transition into this discipline and then become the real professional in this field. और हम उनको ये opportunity दे रहे हैं कि वो अपनी jobs को भी continue करें और लम्स जैसी यूनिवर्सिटी में आके एक फॉर्मल डिग्री भी हासिल कर सकें. सो इसके बारे में हम और भी बात करेंगे कि ये कैसे पॉसिबल है. बट टू बिगिन विद, आई थिंक इट इज एन एक्सीलेंट थिंग कि एसडीएसबी ने, लम्स ने ये इनिशिएटिव लिया है कि एक तो जो ये रिटेल और सप्लाई चेन का डिसिप्लिन है, जिस तरह से पाकिस्तान में एक रिटेल का बूम आया है और उसके साथ ही सप्लाई चेन की नई टेक्नोलॉजीज और नए मेथड्स की जरूरत पड़ गई है. तो ये एक इंडस्ट्री नीड है जिसको के लम्स ने केटर करने के लिए प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया. थैंक यू वेरी मच डॉक्टर साहब. असफर साहब, आपसे मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगा कि अगर आप हमें मेट्रो कैश एंड कैरी के बिजनेस मॉडल के बारे में कुछ बताएं कि आपके कस्टमर्स कौन हैं, उन कस्टमर्स को आपने कैसे डिवाइड किया है और कैसे आप उनके लिए customized solutions ला रहे हैं या लाते हैं. So how do you manage this complex supply chain at Metro Cash and Carry?
Yeah, so let me little bit explain as a Metro business concept point of view, model point of view. We are a B2B, mainly a B2B wholesale driven organization. When I say wholesales B2B point of view, so we have four major customer group. So one is a trader. With trader, I say this small, medium retail, the mom and shop, you can say shops. We have this wholesaler, and we have also a delivered business in a trade segment. A second biggest, which is a more, you can say, as a Horeca perspective point of view, hotel, restaurant, and caterers, and also our office and industry, which is also a big business in that perspective. And the fourth one, you can say our complementary need business, which is coming on a floor as well. But for the B2B perspective, we have a very complex, you can say, a supply chain, and that as a country perspective point of view. So we have to really make a solution for them, that how we can cater their needs. For example, if I say Horeca, hotel, restaurant, everybody knows, then if somebody goes to hotel, so menu cannot be changed, so availability has to be ensured. So in that perspective, we have to make sure that whatever we are offering to our customer, it will be a continuous availability for them, so they can serve their customer. But if before I going on a customer solution point of view, at a supply chain perspective, how we segment our supply chain organization point of view, we have upstream and we have a downstream. Upstream, I say, from supplier to the stores, like metro stores. That's our upstream. In this thing, we see that how the integrated demand and supply chain has been managed, what is our demand and how they have to supply this thing. How we have to build our supplier collaboration with them, what kind of challenges they are facing from shipping the goods from their factories or warehouses to our warehouse or our stores. So that's all, you can say, upstream point of view. And the downstream point of view, our in-store logistics, which mean that we have to receive, we have to make a picking as well, we have to make a last mile deliveries to our professional customer, and we also have to ensure that what kind of right quality and price we can offer to them. So that's you can say a main thing, and the most important is the stocks management as well. That how much stock cover we have to cover in our day-to-day operation as well. So as a solution point of view, you understand that it's a you can say fragmented market as a Pakistan. So the supply chain, especially for ultra fresh, is not that kind of very consistent in a market. So we have to really make some solution in terms of the quality perspective point of view, how we can preserve the quality and freshness, and how we can consistently offer that goods to our professional customer. And also, like I say, office industry, which have a day-to-day demand as well, and they also need that on a very daily basis. So that you have to understand that what kind of warehouse solution, what kind of logistic solution you have to make, so you can offer them the right services on their doorstep. So that kind of thing, maybe later how I can a little bit more explain the fresh complexity of the business. But we create some local solution where we are catering this you can say this demands to our B2B customer.
So primarily, major chunk of your business is B2B, which is wholesale. And the business that you mentioned is the complementary business, and this is where the customer come into the store and make purchases. This is the retail end of the business. Is it correct to say?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Okay. So just one little question, and then I will come to some of the more complex questions. So how do you ensure that you can satisfy the needs of end users who want, let's say, smaller quantities and smaller packages versus B2B who require larger volumes, bulk packing, specialized packing? So how do you kind of manage both these requirements?
Yeah, good question, Ahsan. Actually, first I would like to give you the answer that is that the same customer complementary and our trade professional customer, the needs are same or different. For example, this is the assortment point of view. So believe what actually I'm offering to my professional trade customer, ultimately they are selling to their mom and pop shop to the end user as well. So that's we are sure that what we are offering as a product point of view, that is you can say correlate with each other demand as well. So that's the one part. And secondly, you rightly say for professional customer is a more volume driven pricing, where we would like to sell in bulk and big packaging, big kind of thing. But we have, you can say, the big out of 20,000 SKU, we have you can say 1,000 SKU, which is a more trade driven SKU as well. So in that way, we are not creating a lot of small packaging in for our complementary business. We also believe that this same discount, volume driven discount, we can offer to our end user as well. So sometimes the big families, big you can say customer, they can also think if they buy 6 or if they buy 12, and if they consume in a 2 month, maybe they have a more benefit might in that perspective, what discount we are offering over there. So we like to make a, you can say, a customized solution for our B2B customer, but the volume driven discount should not be packaging, or bulk size should not be that big enough that the complementary business will not take. But it should be in a way that both our B2B and B2C can accommodate that thing. So we keep on building that thing, but sometimes it's possible that the solution which we are offering maybe not exactly fit for our complementary need business guy, but it will be more fit to our B2B customer. Okay, that's the reality of which we can live with that.
Okay, great. So basically, another aspect of B2B and B2C is that both want a different experience while buying. For example, a end user will want more fun, more entertainment while they are shopping, and therefore we have this concept of shopping malls, and then we find retailers like Carrefour over there. But when we talk about B2B and a HoReCa customer, a restaurant such as Salt and Pepper or maybe Bundu Khan, they will want a professional consultancy where they can discuss their assortment issues, their availability issues, their pricing issues, their customer service issues. So don't you find a little bit of complexity in managing these two different experience requirements of your two different type of customers?
Not really, because why I say this thing, because for the professional customer, we have also a specialized sales force as well, which is a one-to-one selling perspective point of view. This thing also in your as experience point of view. So we have a lot of professional team available, more than 400 people, which they are dealing with directly with our professional customer. They are building their trust, because we still believe this is a one-to-one relation with them, and we have to really understand what kind of SKUs, demands, services, deliveries they need from that perspective. But if I see on a complementary need point of view, so we also have a very big, you can say 150 to 180 people in store as well, which are handling the store operation as well as also the experience perspective point of view of an end user. Like we differentiate like this way: the B2B customer come on a floor, actually he's also on a job, because he's not for a fun experience over there eating and roaming around over there. He's already on a job. He has to pick up the stock and he has to go on his shop, and then he has to sell to the customer. So he's doing the job. As compared to the end user, he's come for a more fun, for his monthly grocery and some fun activities as a mall concept point of view. So we don't mind, we have that kind of activities for them, but the service level which we as on the floor we are offering as the ultra fresh point of view, and also the convenience of the store layout perspective point of view, I think so they also admire that thing. This is a very good open place where the kids or families come, and they also enjoy our professional assortment for our B2B customer. So I think so that's why how we compensate that experience with that thing. For sure, as a B2B, we have a more, you can say, a sales force, trained sales force, which understand with each segment what kind of solution they have to offer. So that's a two different, you can say, Salesforce perspective, that how we are engaging our customer.
So clearly you have a complete separate mechanism to handle B2B and a
Yes.
complete separate mechanism to handle your end customer on the floor.
Yeah.
By looking into their specific needs.
Yes, you can say that.
Brilliant, brilliant. So Asfar Saab, I will come back to you to know more about the challenges that you are facing, and especially the ultra fresh and the Horeca segment, which is your main forte and B2B thing. We'll come to that, but in the meantime, I will want to go back to Dr. Tayyab and ask him to shed light on Salman Daud Business School. As a business school, how do you compare Salman Daud School of Business with other business schools in the region and globally? And also tell us about the culture at LUMS and how LUMS facilitate learning learning of its students and participants who join different programs.
Yeah. So LUMS has a very unique culture that fosters a dynamic and collaborative learning environment. Our goal actually is to provide our students with the skills and knowledge they need to become successful leaders and change makers in their fields, as you are one of those as well. So we pride ourselves on the diversity of our student body and faculty, which brings a broad range of perspectives and experiences to the classrooms. And at LUMS, we use the case method of instruction to facilitate our students, which is a highly effective teaching approach that actually engages the students in real world business problems. And this approach helps students develop critical thinking skills, and they learn how to apply theoretical concepts to the practical situations by putting them into the shoes of the managers, I would say. And our faculty members are world-class scholars and practitioners in their respective fields, and they bring their expertise and real-world experiences into the classroom to create an engaging and interactive learning experiences. So coming to the Salman Daud School of Business at LUMS, it is one of the leading business schools in the region and is committed to providing high quality education to our students. We have a very strong reputation for producing graduates who are well prepared to succeed in their careers and make a positive impact on the society. In terms of comparison with other leading business schools in the world, not in the region only, LUMS and SDSB both have been consistently ranked among the top universities globally and in the region as well. For instance, LUMS is ranked among the top 200 universities worldwide and top 15 Asia for employability in QS graduate employee ranking. And SDSB is also placed among the top 200 universities for business and management studies in QS World University Ranking 2022 by subject, and again among something like 250 for accounting and finance in QS World University Ranking by subject as well. So we also have a strong network of alumni who are making a positive impact in various fields around the world, which is, I guess, itself a testament to the quality of education and preparation that our students receive here. Yeah.
Zabardast, Dr. Saab, it's great to know LUMS has a great network of international alumni, and also that, you know, the culture over here is really engaging and it really makes you work hard, and the rigor of the program makes you feel always on the toes. So you cannot relax, you cannot take it for granted, because this really is very rigorous. Doctor, when we talk about SDSB, how somebody can be confident that this school is accredited, or this school is a world-class school, or if I join this school, then if I have to go abroad, things will be easier for me if compared with other business schools or universities in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So do we have some kind of differentiation over there?
Yeah. So Ahsan, if we talk about the business school accreditation, so AACSB is actually considered as the topmost accreditation among the business schools around the world, and less than 5% 99% of the business schools in the world are actually accredited from ASESB, and Alhamdulillah, SDSB is one of those as well. And if we talk about Pakistan, so SDSB is the only business school in Pakistan which is accredited by ASESB. So that actually opens the doors for the people in top business schools as well. That's the major selling point as well. Yeah.
Zabardast. Thank you, Dr. Sahab. Thanks for telling us about this accreditation. I think many people don't know this, and this is really a very strong point of SDSB. असफर साहब, आप यहाँ पे एम्बा आपने SDSB से किया है और आप यहाँ के एलुमनाई भी हैं, तो ये जो सारी बातें डॉक्टर तैयब ने की हैं, how what's your view on that from that perspective, sitting on the other side of the table?
Oh, no, actually, I fully agree what Dr. Sab says. So it's really it's a great learning school. I think so. That's actually I say it's a tough, but it's a must-have. So I will say like this way to professional people as well, because you know the how you enjoy that life. That's really very exciting. You know, you met the classmate, very professional. They are young individuals, middle management, senior management, and how you have a discussion and case study. I think so you learn a lot from the study as well as from the other experiences as well, you know, which is very difficult to quantify that what kind of knowledge you gain with the people. Okay, you have at the end of the day a degree on your hand, but the experience you learn from your colleagues, which have a different industries, different professionals, different you can say lives of their management side point of view. And I think so that's you know, it's make it very attractive at the end of the day. Like that's why I'm saying it's might be a little bit challenging, but I think so it's a must have for any professional guy. So, and at the end of the day, like you say, it's a networking as well. So you really understand not only that thing, but also when you have a close network with your colleagues, so you start understanding the other industries as well, which might be not a business case you are discussing, but with your colleagues, with your off time, you might be have a more gathering as well. So you start understanding other industries as well. Okay, what kind of challenges, what kind of the opportunities they are seeking, how their future planning. I think that's a complete package at the end of the day when you come out from this course. So it's highly recommended from my side. I think this also helped me a lot to develop myself, and also, like I say, you have to keep learning that thing in your life. So you cannot stop yourself. So a lot of new ideas and new thinking process has been established during my EMBA, you can say, course over there.
Thank you, Asfar Saab. Thanks for the insights. Dr. Tayyab, इसी पॉइंट के ऊपर थोड़ा सा और हम लम्स में यहाँ पे MBA में केस मेथड यूज करते हैं, क्या MS प्रोग्राम में भी हम केस मेथड यूज कर रहे हैं और उसके ऊपर फोकस ज्यादा है?
Yeah, so as again we have a qualitative side जिसमें तो of course we talk about the case methods और उसी से हम लोग insights लेके चल रहे होते हैं, और इसके साथ साथ ही हमारे पास quantitative side भी है जिसमें जैसे हमने पहले बात की we have the supply chain optimization sides, and if we talk about the logistics side, inventory management side, and the supplier selection side and disruption management side, so we need to understand the technology as well. तो उसमें हम लोग फिर जो है ना सॉफ्टवेयर्स को भी लेके आते हैं, of course cases वहां पे भी हम लोग blend करके साथ लेके चलते हैं, and then we have some practical examples from our local industry, then we consider those examples and solve them on those new softwares as well, so that eventually the solutions which we are producing should be the sustainable solutions for our industry. So it's an amalgam of the things.
ठीक है, मैं डॉक्टर साहब इस पे आपके पास दोबारा आऊंगा, और असफर साहब के पास जाने से पहले एक चीज मैं और आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कि जब लम्स में हम आते हैं तो अक्सर ये कहा जाता है कि जी केस स्टडी मेथड है, इट्स ए पार्टिसिपेंट लेड लर्निंग, पार्टिसिपेंट बेस्ड लर्निंग, इससे क्या मुराद होती है, ये हम क्यों कहते हैं?
Yeah, so as we have already explained, we have a network of professionals, and again the people who are the aspirants of our degrees, they are mostly the professionals as well. So participant learning ka the major benefit it is like you become open to several perspectives. So the things are coming from the experiences of different sides of the businesses, different maturities of the businesses, and different areas of the businesses as well. So you if you are stuck to some specific point, you are considering, no, this is the only solution. But once you listen to your fellow beings, then you understand, no, there are several horizons which are open to us to implement those solutions, right? And जैसे जैसे अब again digitization and technology enter होती जा रही है, so some of the industries are at the I would say that they are the initiators of accepting and implementing those things. तो वहां से हमारे पास बहुत सारी insights आ रही होती हैं, and then we can narrow down the things. Okay, if I am from some SME, तो मैं इसमें से किस insight को पकड़ के अपनी industry में utilize कर सकता हूँ. And then you go back to your industry, you utilize those things, you come back, and again you reflect on that, and again your fellow beings are learning from you. That is the major benefit of participant centered learning and the discussions.
जबरदस्त जी, थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब. अच्छा, असफर साहब, आपके लिए कुछ क्वेश्चन व्यूअर्स से भी आ रहे हैं, वो भी मैं आपसे पूछता हूं. बट बिफोर गोइंग टू दैट, हमने बात की थी कि आपका जो B2B है और उसमें भी जो हॉरेका है, उस चैनल को आप बहुत फोकस करते हैं और उसको आप बिजनेस का फ्यूचर भी समझते हैं. तो मुझे ये बताएं कि हॉरेका के बिजनेस को मैनेज करने में सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज आप क्या फेस करते हैं, और उस चैलेंज को ओवरकम करने के लिए व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट यू आर डूइंग, हाउ आर यू मैनेजिंग इट?
Yeah. So before I answer, so our strategic two customer groups are Horeca and the trade. So you asked specifically about Horeca. So Horeca, if you go for a hotel industry, restaurant or caterer, so the biggest two main thing come with the availability point of view and the quality point of view. And then you can say, maybe you can say assortment, pricing, services, that will be go on a keep on going the list as well. But the two major things first come, the quality and the availability. So if I just giving you the example, for example, Horeca industry, if I take a like ultra fresh specifically, fruits and vegetable, fish or meat, the challenges which we have, for example, F&B perspective point of view, we have a post harvest 40 to 50% losses. Why this has been happening in our you can say in our country perspective point of view, our farm to mandi, still the farmer is not you can say upgraded himself, or maybe they don't have the setups which can, you can say, reduce the losses. When I say the setups, so setups mean how and what time he has to maybe you can say cut his crops, and how he has to transport, how much far away from the mandi they are, what kind of seasonality impact they have. So there are so many issues in that setup which they don't overcome in a past perspective point of view. If I further go, so there's, you can say, they are still traditional farmer who are managing this thing. When they come to from mandi to retail, there are some solution available, but still there are a lot of things also need to be done over there, because it's a I can imagine only with this Lahore city, they have only two main F&B market. With the more than 12-15 million people, so you have two mandis, and you have to go early in the morning and you have to buy everything. So that's a lot of as a setup perspective point of view. And secondly, I will say there are some the middleman or the supplier, they don't have a capacity, or maybe they don't have awareness what ultra fresh mean. Why I say this thing? For example, maybe like I like a modern retail like Metro Cash and Carry, we are asking for a quality, but the rest of the market is asking for a price. So guys also confused, because if he offer me the quality product, so he need an infrastructure, he need awareness, what quality mean for a big or good Horeca customer as well. It's not that tomato is tomato, but there might be 10 type of tomatoes as well. So how is a salad tomato or is a handiya tomato? There's a difference between that. But if you go for a quality and assortment and range, but might be the customer, we are willing to pay the price, but maybe normal market, which is more than 90%, they are not going for that conscious about the quality. So that kind of thing also created challenges in that supply chain perspective point of view. Similarly, like fish for us is in Pakistan is only 2 month season. It's a methodology because you cannot eat fish in summer. So if you just only fish as a product, you only create a solution for 2 months, which cannot be sustainable throughout the year. But if you go any big 5-star hotel, there's a menu, there's a fish in the menu. So you have to make the available good quality and availability of that fish. Similarly, meat perspective point of view, we might be good in chicken, but as a red meat point of view, maybe we don't have that kind of slaughterhouses available to us, which can produce your required, you can say a prime cut, this kind of things now. So there is so many things which supplier, and the last thing which I also say as a metro perspective point of view is a normal challenge for us as a being MNC. The basics, fundamentals of any organization, like I say, cost perspective point of. We are a compliance oriented company who is paying the basic wages. We believe on a certification. We believe on a staff hygiene. We believe on a cooling system as well, how we have to preserve the product quality. So when you make this all the in this supply chain, you create this all the, you can say, basic parameter. We come with a quality product, then the prices little bit has to be on a higher side. But that's you have to understand. One more thing which I would like to add in this challenges point of view as a you can say supplier perspective, the value added product. I think that's also so far industry don't come up pre-packed thing as a fruits and vegetable or fish or meat. And secondly, I think so the product authenticity also been a lot of question mark as a human being in our mind, as a society point of view. We only believe ultra fresh meat which is cut in front of my eyes. If I give you a packed meat or packed thing, maybe you say maybe it's not ultra fresh, or maybe there are some challenges where a lot of product mixing also happen as well as a norm perspective point of view. So if you see as a totality, this kind of challenges as an infrastructure point of view, as a awareness and capacity building point of view, as a compliance perspective point of view, as a certification perspective point of view, there is a lot of challenges. But being as a metro, we are building that solution, and we build a lot of good solution for our professional customer, and we make sure that we can offer them the good quality product, good fresh product with a very competitive price as compared to market. So we are building that solution. If you ask me that how I build that solution, so we actually go to the supplier development point of view, that how I can build a supplier in a way that he can understand all the new techniques. And secondly, I think so most important thing, we also offer them the private label. If we give them a certain demand to my farmer or my supplier or vendor or partner, that I'm the customer, I have given you a certain demand as my private label. So he should not be worried about that thing, that okay, who will buy this kind of quality products from him now. So we also as a metro, we offer them a private label. And the third most important thing, we also not provide them this kind of thing, but also the technical guidance as well. We have all the functions available with us. It's a quality point of view, or it's a operational point of view, or it's a financial point of view. So our teams go on the ground and helps to that farmers or grower, that how they can build that minimum acceptable quality for a metro point of view. And the last but not least, we also give them the training how they can get certification at the end of the day, which help them that they can standardize their products as well, and they will keep building on that one. And the good thing which I like at the end of the day, if our partner or supplier or grower work with metro, the rest of the market immediately follow blindly. Okay, if this is a metro supplier, so that means that they are already achieved some basic parameter of quality over there. So that's we also give assurance to our supplier. Okay, maybe it takes some time, but once you did that thing, so your market will be much open. Not only metro, maybe the rest of the player is Carrefour, Imtiaz, or whatever the local player, they will buy the goods from you for sure. So I think so that's also initiative. We give them the education and training, and we believe we really come a long mile with our key suppliers and partners, and that's why we have a very good Horeca business share in the market, and we keep on creating that solution for our Horeca customer that we will go for the quality and the right product for them and the consistent availability to make sure that they will serve their customer as well.
Thank you, Asfar Saab. So to summarize what you have said, your customer in the Horeca segment is sensitive about the availability. They are sensitive about the quality, and they are also, when they define quality, they have certain specifications of the cuts and of the sizes and of, how the product should appear. Like, for example, you were mentioning the salad grade vegetables and the pot grade or handia ka tomato. So these are the sensitivities that this business has, and it has to be consistent all around. And if there are things like fish, etc., if they are on the menu, then they have to be on the menu 24/7, 12 months a year. So for that, you are, in order to manage these strict specifications of the customer in terms of quality, in terms of availability and lead time and all that, so you are basically building a supply chain backward by supplier development. And then you are developing suppliers by offering them consistent business volume, which is in the shape of your own brands. And then also you are giving them trainings, you are giving them techniques, and you are giving them certifications. You are helping them get those certifications, and you have set those quality standards, be it be maintenance of the cold chain, the temperatures, and the infrastructure that what they have to invest into. And you are kind of working them strategically to ensure that their business is going to make money. So that's what the
exactly like you summarized, because that's the sustainability at the end of the day, because we cannot make a abrupt solution for 1 or 2 times. We believe that we have to very consistent and reliable to our business partners. So that's why you rightly said we are backward integration from end-to-end perspective point of view. That's the supply chain role as well in the modern time as well and existing time. So that should be whichever company have a more sustainable supply chain, he's a winner. And it's a slow process, but we have to invest on this area, and ultimately we will build this area. So we are coming along the way, and I think so. We having a 14-year in a business market, we really make a good solution, and we really develop some solution for our professional customer.
Thank you, Asfar Saab. I have a question for you from the audience. This is Mr. Abdul Manan, and he is asking, first of all, he is appreciating your insights and your wisdom. And then he talks about the metro inventory model. And he's saying that since availability is becoming a challenge and materials are getting short, resulting in stockouts and lower CSL, customer service levels. And on the other hand, finance and inventory carrying cost has skyrocketed. So how Metro Cash and Carry is catering to the question of inventory optimization?
Yeah, a good question, because nowadays it's a big, you can say, a question as a challenge as well, I can say, because how you have to manage your net working capital. When I say net working capital, so inventory is the biggest part of that thing. So just let me explain the normal procedure and then this challenging environment. In normal procedure, we have our, you can say, the big store where we keep inventory of stock buffer more than 30 days in our stores. And we also have a backup solution for our warehouses as well, where we have a strategic and forwarding buying in our warehouses. So that's why, like I say, the customer need consistent availability 24/7 and 12 months. So no question about that. So to give them this confidence, because we say for our customer, we are your backup plan. So we are your store, we are your warehouses. So you have to believe us that whenever there is a shortage, you can come to our store and you will get the stock. So that's the promise when we make. So that's mean we have to ensure all the availability. So nowadays, that's very rightly said, the raw material price fluctuation, inflation is too high. But being as a big player in a market, as a Metro financial muscles over here, So we and our professional team in our commercial domain. So we strategically have a lot of forwarding buying as well nowadays, because we understand this kind of challenges will be come up in the coming days. We are building our inventory a little bit more higher, keeping in view that this crisis will be over 3 to 6 month time, or thing will be settled down, more predictable in that perspective. So where then the things will be getting to the normal. So to have this 3 to 6 month unpredictable time, we already have this inventory supply chain and department, they and commercial team, they already have a very strategic forwarding buying. And also we lock some, you can say, a commitment with our global procurement team as well, what kind of support we needed from them. And that is coming to us. So I believe we are very good. And also our ERP system is enough intelligent in that way. He can give me a demand, not only last 6 months, he can take the 3 year history as well, that what kind of peaks, ups and lows are coming in a system, and what kind of seasonality impact even coming on a system as well. So that support us that how I can make my demand more firm in that way. But you're right, Manan, that at this time is still a challenging for a lot of companies, because if the supplier finish their raw material, their LCs are not open, or maybe the price is not stable, because if you are 4 or 5 batches with the different MRPs, that's also a challenge, not only buying, also selling as well. So that's the true. But being as a more, you can say, in this business, we make a provision for that. We believe we are much in control about the inventory at this moment, not only this time, also you can say coming future, near future as well. But we also believe things will be more clear and settled down in maybe 6 to 1 year time as well. So that's I can answer like this way. Yeah.
So basically, Asfar Sahab, what I have understood from your response is that as a company, Metro has developed a very strong ERP mechanism where you are in control of predicting demand quite accurately, and based on that, you have a view of future at least for 6 months, where you then build inventories, strategically build inventories, and your financial muscle helps you do that.
Yeah.
And you are pretty much in control that the inventory that you will build will eventually liquidate, given its shelf life and all that. And you are doing forward buying, which really means that you can get the product as you will want, and you will mitigate the risk of perishability as well, and you will also have better prices. So all these things taken together gives you in command of your inventory management.
One
Brilliant.
last point, which maybe let's just like to add up. There are also little bit panic buying in a market as well. Because customers are also thinking that, which is difficult to estimate or predict. But I believe this kind of panic thing situation will be settled down with the time as well. So I think so. We like you said, rightly said, we are well in control with our stocks management at this moment.
Asfar Sahab, all of this basically tells me that the team that you have in place has been carefully selected, and that team has certain capabilities and skills that put you in control, and that gives you that control over your supply chain, and you can manage it so well. So can you please tell us that what are those skills and what are those competencies and capabilities that you look at the people that you want to bring in your team as supply chain professionals?
Yeah. A good question, Ahsan. I think so. That's a very important question, and also I will, you can say, all the young generation as well. That this is a lot of demand at this moment in a market, that people understand the supply chain perspective, what kind of trends, what kind of behavior, what kind of you can say basics requirement in the market is available. For example, like when I have a hiring my team or professional team as well, if they're even young graduate coming to me. So I always believe, okay, he has the basic knowledge. Maybe we can let them know our country, our organization, ERP system, or technical side, no issue. As a training and development can teach them, even we can tell them. But the basic understanding of supply chain end-to-end perspective point of view. For example, like a procurement, like I say, commercial offer management, the guy understanding that how, for example, the supplier raw material is affecting, and like supply chain, if he understand the bullwhip impact as well in the industry. So if he don't understand that part, or maybe he don't understand that how the cost is going affecting the your end product as well, I think the basic knowledge has to be there. So the basic competency, we always say that even this is a warehousing, it's a distribution, it's a logistics, it's you can say supplier inventory management. So basic education should be there, which he can understand what we are talking over there. Then there are local ERP system, and the experience in the organization can also build on top of that. But if the guy is having, like, I really admire your program as MS supply chain, I think that is also one of the platform where people should enroll them and understand the basic knowledge of each, as economic point of view, as a industry point of view, what kind of basic competencies they needed for that thing. If they come with that kind of knowledge, I think so rest as an organization point of view, we build on top of that, and they will they have a quick learner in that perspective, and they learn fast. So that's my always when I hire a guy or build a team. So with the time they learn more in detail. But I think so basic knowledge should be there for this kind of thing, especially like I say, ultra fresh. Even just understand from farmer to the mandi, there is so many factors involved inside. So how the seasonality effect, how the weather impact, how the harvesting has been done, what kind of transport they use, what kind of middleman has been come in that kind of supply chain. So that's the basic understanding. I think so there should be some more universities of this kind of thing, which can offer this kind of basic knowledge that help the individuals to understand more as a supply chain point of view.
So basically what you are saying is that foremost is the conceptual understanding of the supply chain design,
yeah,
and what it takes to create a supply chain end to end. And then also you have mentioned that the ability to understand that how to match demand with supply, and then also the technology part, that what technologies are now available to create these kind of modern supply chains.
Yeah.
And also the thing that I picked up from what you have said is the right attitude, that you can train anyone with the kind of infrastructure Metro has and the kind of competencies you have as an organization to train people. But to begin with, you need the right attitude for learning. So brilliant, Asfar Saab. I will now go to Tayyab Saab, who can then shed light on how the MS supply chain program and retail management program at SDSP is structured and is designed to work on developing these competencies and capabilities in the participants who join this program. And with that note, Dr. Saab, you can take charge.
Yeah. So, essence of keeping in view the Azfar Ali Saab's comments as well, I will first of all let you know how we have structured the program, and then what type of the skill sets are induced into our graduates considering the end-to-end supply chain. So, what we have done is that we have distributed our program into different modules. So, initially we talk about the core business subjects, in which they have a well-rounded analysis of different business units. They talk about the leadership, they talk about the marketing side as well, they talk about the management side as well, and then they come to the specialization courses. So specialization courses actually start from the upstream of the supply chain, where we talk about the supplier selection, how to build your suppliers, how to identify that if your supplier is in the crisis, then how to help him out, and what should be the terms and conditions with your suppliers. Then we come to the industry. So if you're a retail industry, then we talk about when to order, how much to order, and what should be that trade-off among the ordering and in the inventory holding. So eventually you need to identify some leverage among both things. And if you are a production industry, then what to make, when to make, in how much quantity to make. And then we move to the logistics side, in which we talk about different sorts of the uh, transportation modes available. Then we go for the optimization of the routes. Then we talk about the intermodal transportation. We go for the port shipping, and then we talk about the overall port operations as well, considering the global transportation. And then eventually we come back to the retail industry once we talk about the last mile delivery and those and the mechanics of the customer's interaction with your supply chain, because that is actually the face of the supply chain where you are regarded or appreciated by the customers. So these are the all things which are integrated in our business course as well as our specialization course. So this is how the actually system works, and we are pretty much sure that we are able to induce much of those skills into the graduates.
Very good.
Excellent, Dr. Tayyab. One question, Dr. Tayyab, you mentioned that this program is equally suitable to fresh graduates as well as people who are in the industry. So my question is related to people who are in the industry. So how they can really cope up with the rigor of this program, and how can they attend classes? And especially, what is the reach of this program? Somebody in Peshawar, somebody in Multan, somebody in Karachi, and somebody in Hyderabad or Sahiwal, they want to come and join the program. Can they do that?
Yeah, so yes, I mean, of course, the MS SCRM program here at LUMS is designed to be flexible and accommodating for working professionals who want to continue their education while working. And the program is structured in a way that allows the students to balance their work and study commitments with classes scheduled in the evenings and the weekends, because our classes are on alternate weekends, where one alternate weekend is on-campus classes and next is online. It means that they have to come join us on campus at one weekend each month. So in fact, many of our current students are working professionals who are seeking to enhance their knowledge and skills in the field, and they apply their learning to their current job roles. So the program can definitely help in their career improvement by providing them with the knowledge and skills necessary to succeed in their field. And again, on top of that, again, the thing comes to that initial point as well. LUMS has a strong industry linkage program, which provides students with opportunities to interact with and learn from professionals in the supply chain and retail industry through industry visits, through guest speaker sessions, and it actually further helps the students in making career advancements or the transitions. So yeah, we are equally open to the working professionals as well, keeping in view all these things.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tayyab, for your valuable inputs and explaining us the structure of the program and what options are available. So clearly, this MS Supply Chain program, the Supply Chain and Retail Management program, has a nationwide appeal for the potential students. If you are living in any city of Pakistan, you can make to the campus once a month for one weekend, and that is how you can continue your education and your career progression. You can ensure that you progress at a faster rate compared with other professionals if you acquire a degree, MS Supply Chain and Retail Management degree from LUMS. So you have a lot of career options in the supply chain discipline, be it be supply planning, be it be demand management, be it be distribution network, last mile delivery options, e-commerce, or brick and mortar retail, or e-commerce retail. So options are really unlimited for people who come and join this program and are successful in their careers and professionals while they come and get their knowledge advanced while coming at SDSB. So thank you very much, Dr. Tayyab, and thank you very much, Azfar Saab, to be with us. And this has been a great session. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you, Ahsan. Thanks
by
for
the way,
inviting.
guys, April mid is generally the admission deadline. So you are welcome to get admitted to LUMS, and eventually we'll be teaching you several skills, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Thanks for inviting
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay.
Allah Hafiz.